debut of her book, TT's Girls. Come on, put your hands together. She's getting ready to make her entrance, but before she comes in, I want to just give some housekeeping on tonight, all right? So we're going to ask that your hashtag tonight will be TT's Girls, TT's Girl, I'm sorry. Include the S, no apostrophe. So TT's Girl, that's your hashtag for tonight. So if you find any moment that's inspirational, any video that you want to share, make sure that you have that hashtag as well. Also, we want you to follow her on all social media, which is going to be LaTia James. You can follow her by typing her name in, LaTia James, on all points of social media. If you have not also purchased your book, please make sure that you do so tonight, and she will be book signing the books, all right? I want you guys now at this time to focus your attention to the screens as we prepare to receive our honoree on tonight. Clap it up. We're going to come back to that video. I want you guys to just do me a favor. Stand up on your feet, please. At this time, we're going to get ready to receive our inspiration for the book on tonight. It's TT's Girls. They're going to make their entrance in, and then we're going to receive our honoree. Starting in this order, Devin and Zoe will be bringing in Inspiration Reva. Y'all put your hands together for Reva. Y'all clap it up for Reva. She's beautiful. And at this time, Dominique will be escorting Inspiration Araya. Y'all put your hands together for Aria. And then, ladies and gentlemen, BJ is going to be escorting Inspiration Skylar. These tutus are absolutely amazing. Now, I want everyone to make sure you make some fanfare as we get ready to receive our honoree on tonight, the author and the published author of TT's Girl, Miss LaTia James. Y'all make some stadium noise on tonight. It's her time on tonight. Come on, y'all clap it up. Clap it up for our honoree on tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, yes. We also want to make sure that we show reverence to her son, Sarah. Y'all put your hands together for him tonight. And his lovely lady, Chantal. Y'all put your hands together with him on tonight. It's our honorees time. Thank you, everyone. Y'all can have your seat. We're getting ready to move into our interview portion. Y'all clap it up one more time for LaTia. All right. Now, before we get started, you got to sign my book because I don't know why and how my book ain't get signed yet. But, yeah, you got to sign my book. And everybody got their book on tonight? Yes? We're really excited about it. So, LaTia, just tell us, how did we get here? Like, let's go way back. What was your inspiration or what gave you the desire to be an author or want to become an author?
Well, I've always had a love for writing, for reading. I found it as an outlet for me. Literacy is super important to me. And so the book itself, it was actually birthed during a very broken place in my life last May. But God found a way to heal my heart through the writing of this book. I've always wanted a daughter. I have an amazing son, amazing son. But I did desire a little mini-me because I wanted to see if she was going to do me like I did my mom. However, God is so amazing. He gave me 4 amazing nieces who I consider to be my extended daughters. And so while it may seem like my prayers weren't answered, they in fact were answered because he gave me Naila. He gave me this one, Skylar.
Skylar. Yes, I was calling her TT's bad girl last night. She was everywhere, the balloons. But why is it important for young people, young women especially as well, to have a desire to read and to write and to be just literate? Why, as an educator, do you feel that's important?
Oh, because it is the pathway to everything. There is so much freedom in being able to read and write, not just read, write, but read, write, and comprehend. And that's truly important to me because we do know that there is a high illiteracy rate. Some of our babies, they can call words, but they might not be able to comprehend. And so it is my desire to truly help them learn to read, write, and comprehend through conversations, but also through creating books that are representative of us, where they see us and they empower us and they affirm us.
Absolutely. Y'all put your hands together for that. I think that's a great answer. Now, as you were preparing to write this book, what messages did you begin to receive from God that was just letting you know that He was preparing you for this moment and this time right now? You know, I believe that when God begins to reveal something to you, He'll reveal it to you first, but then He'll affirm it through your friends or through coworkers or through family members. So what was some of those moments? I know that we have 2 in particular that I want you to get queued up for me, Nedra. But what in particular were those moments? Can you share that with us?
Oh gosh, there's so many. Like I shared just a few moments ago, this book was birthed in a broken place. It really was. Um, Full transparency, I was coming towards the end of a 7-year relationship with my ex fiance, and God saw a way to heal my heart. And in that season, He showed me that He's still able. He showed me during that moment that no matter what, He has me, and that I can still do all things through Christ that strengthens me, and that His promises are still His promises. He is a promise keeper. So it was just little reminders, and also that I'm enough. I'm enough. I am enough.
That's
I'm
it.
enough.
You got to know that. Um, in particular, I want to talk about one of your friends that's spoken to you. Nedra, let's bring up LaToya first. LaToya.
You say, Toya?
I said, when you're preparing to do something, it does not matter how it looks, it does not matter what task you're on. You have to come as you are, show up where you are, and allow the growth to show itself later on. Just come up, show up, be there, come as you are.
You say, Toya?
I, y'all put your hands together for that sound bite. That was one of her friends, and it was a poignant moment for LaTia that she wanted to share with you all, where she was speaking to her and saying that this is a time of growth. And so many times we feel like we're supposed to already be the apple tree without realizing that you got to be a seedling first, or break it all the way down. You got to be a seed first, right? You got to be planted, which is a representation of being buried before you can rise, right? But we feel like we're supposed to be already there. So let's talk about that moment. Why was that so poignant for you?
Well, again, transparent moment. One thing for sure about me is I look for God to show up anywhere. It does not matter where you are. God can speak. He can move wherever. So that moment actually happened at Smitty's, which is one of my favorite chicken wing spots. At Smitty's with my birthday shenanigans. However, we just started talking about manifesting and being in position and not having to be so together. I feel like we miss a lot of things because we feel like we have to be perfect already. But that's non-existent. We're perfected in Christ, but we're not going to be ever perfect people. So one of the things that she said that was so powerful to me was show up. Show up. That's all you have to do is show up and God will meet you. And that's all I did was make myself available on May 28th, 2023. God woke me up early. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I will never forget it. And just started downloading. I thought it was a poem. Went from a poem to a book and just trying to figure things out. I had no idea what I was doing. I want to be very clear about that. I didn't know what I was doing other than just receiving whatever was being downloaded to me and started researching and then allowing God to connect me and align me to people who are some of the people who are here tonight. Went to work, shared it with our IT guy. I think I saw him, Mr. Robertson, somewhere. Hey, and I shared with him what it is that I was doing. The next day he comes with pages and pages and pages of information for me to publish. We're not necessarily friends, but he was so excited about the vision until he saw fit to be able to pour into me. And he continued to do that over and over and over again. And I will say this, never be afraid to ask for help.
Say it again. Say it again, please.
Never be afraid to ask for help. We need people. Siobhan Smith is a person who I listen to quite often. And she said this is a season of help. This is a season of help, but not just help, but good help.
Good help.
What you see around here is good help. TT's girl would not have happened without good help. My team is amazing. And yes, I'm claiming them as mine because we know the book is going bestseller.
Come on, y'all
Right?
put y'all hands
We're
together
doing
for that. Absolutely. Y'all going to help her make her do it. Y'all going to help her do it. Now, Tia, there was another friend of yours, I'm sorry, that spoke into your life, Chastity, and we want to share that sound bite right now. Now, are you ready? You queued up for that? and then we'll come back and give our highlight on that.
You're on the ground. You're grounded. You're moving, but you're grounded. But when you transition into becoming a butterfly, and you have to then not just fly, you have to get to become a butterfly. You are.
So there's a lot more. If I shared it with you guys, you'd probably be in here weeping and worshiping and all the things. Chastity and I, here again, look for God to show up wherever. I'm so open to that. Um, I was just so Chastity, Dr. Chastity Roberts. One of the things that she does, she juices, and I was just going minding my own business, going to pick up some juice from Chaz, and she just began to speak into my life. And one of the things I don't know if you heard her say, she said, "You've been grounded." A part of that was also saying, although you've been grounded, that doesn't mean you're not moving. For me, I shared with you just a few moments ago because I feel like everything kind of connects, right? So um, during that season of what I said about me releasing, I'm going to say that because I didn't lose a relationship, I released. I released the relationship, and in the release came my release. And in the grounding, I went back to my parents' house. And again, this is back to the leading of the Lord because I am 40 plus years old. Who wants to go back home to mom and daddy, right? But I am blessed first and foremost that my mom said, "Girl, your key always works in this door." That's a blessing. For my mom and my
Y'all clap it up for
dad
that.
to for my mom and my dad to hold me down the way that they hold me down and lift me up is a blessing, and I don't take that lightly. One, that I have both of them still here, and the fact that they can still love on me and minister to me in different ways. And so while it was a humbling season, because God reminded me, even when I was living with my fiance, he said, "That's not what I told you to do. That's not where I told you to go. Go home." And that's what I did. And so in doing so, he just started releasing so much, so much. And he's still doing marvelous things. So again, it's just being open. And when Chaz, she was encouraging me to, one, I don't know if we said it in here, but saying, get used, you're a butterfly. You're in a cocoon. You're getting ready to become a butterfly, but you got to get used to your wings, because if you don't get used to using your wings, you'll be carried away by the wind. And that was powerful to me.
Right, absolutely. And it goes back to what I said earlier. And the cocoon is a representation, again, of being buried, being placed in a place where you can rise again. You got to be, transformed, by the renewing of your mind, your thoughts. There was a place that you were dark and you felt like, I couldn't make it. I could not go on. So you know what? Let's just give you a little moment where you can kind of cocoon yourself, isolate, you know what I'm saying? Get by yourself, get a revelation of who I really am for your life, and then now once you get a revelation for yourself, you can reveal all of this to the world. That's what TT's book, this book is about.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk more about the inspiration of TT's girl. Now, I keep saying TT's girl, and I'm struggling. Like I want to put an S on that, girls. Why did you intentionally leave the S off of girls?
So each one of my nieces is my girl. When I deal with them, I don't want to say deal, when we're spending time together, each one of them individually is TT's girl. Naila, that was my first niece, who is in Georgia, who I miss her so much, but it's all good. Um, she was my first TT's girl. Then 13 years later came Sky Pooh, and then came Aria, and then came Reva. I can see her. And so it's really about them. So each one of them has a part of my heart. Each one is TT's girl, and I was very intentional not to put the S, because some of my time, each one gets some of that.
I think that was very good, and I applaud you for that. Making them feel like this book is actually personalized
Yep.
to them.
Yep.
Right, I appreciate that. So more about the inspiration. I know you mentioned earlier that it became a point where you felt like, because I don't have any girls or I can't have a girl, you were feeling bad about that.
Yeah.
But you found this peace
Yeah.
and this inspiration through your nieces.
Yeah.
Now,
Absolutely.
being an aunt, why is the role of an aunt so important in modern society?
Because aunts are dope. Aunties are everything, right? aunties know the secrets. Aunties spill the tea, and they spill the teas to the aunties. There's one back there. But their aunties are extended moms. I have some amazing aunties and generations of them. I still have living great aunties. I have my aunties on both sides of my family, and they were all instrumental. They were all inspirational. They all poured into me, and they still do. I am 47 years old. Nashandra and I, we still get text messages from our Auntie Mary saying how much she loves us and how awesome we are, how wonderful we are. And those things still matter at 47. They still matter. And so aunties are, again, extended mothers. We still cover them even though we didn't necessarily birth them. There's still things that we can birth from them or out of them. And so I think we play key roles in our village as aunties.
Y'all clap it up for that. I love that answer. I love all of my aunties. I do. But now I'm going to put you on the spot. I told you I was going to do it, and I'm going to do it. Who is your favorite auntie? Because we all got that favorite auntie, right? We all got that auntie that you want to go to their house all the time. That auntie for me was Auntie Margaret. That's her brother-in-law, sister-in-law. Y'all wave y'all hand. The cameras back there. Well, I always wanted to be at my Auntie Margaret house because my Uncle Robert, which is his brother, was always going to do some crazy stuff, and Auntie Margaret was going to let him do it. So who is your favorite auntie? I'm putting you on the spot, and all your aunties out here, so tell them who your favorite one is.
All of them.
Good answer.
All of them.
She just wants y'all to buy that book, though.
And these are facts, 10 of them. But sincerely, like, in different seasons of my life, they played critical roles. I'm going to talk about my Auntie Ann Lou, who she left us a few years ago. Auntie Ann Lou, she was the auntie who nobody wanted, auntie's house who nobody wanted to spend the night. Because she's going to make you come in before the street lights come on, before it is dusk. You better be in the house. She was the one who you could not leave the table until you ate all of your food. Auntie Ann Lou was the one, whatever you had on your plate, you better eat it because we can't waste food. Auntie was the super strict auntie. She's my mama's sister. And she was the one who was super strict. And I would try to rescue my cousin Nick so much. Like, cuz, come over here. And honestly, my mom's house was one of the few houses that auntie would actually allow Nick to come to. And Nick ended up being more of a brother. And all my cousins, we're more sisters and brothers than we are cousins, right? And so I guess that's key for aunties, too, the role, because we make nieces and nephews, right? But Auntie Ann Lou, in that time when I was growing up, like, we're not going to her house. However, as an adult, she became a confidant. She became a person who truly understood me. We could have real girls talk, and she would pour. We'll laugh it up, chop it up, and it went nowhere. And so all of my aunties, Michael, are special. All of them are my best auntie.
Yes, I love all of my aunties too. Please don't tell them that I don't. I love all of mine. I understand.
Oh, and can I talk about my Aunt Clara?
Yes, go ahead. See?
My Aunt Clara.
She talking about two of them, though.
Be quiet. There were, so my great auntie, Auntie Aunt Clara. So, fun fact, I don't know that you know this culturally, but so we say and this and that. I thought everybody's name was Ann. And I did. I later learned as an adult it was really Aunt, not Ann.
Got it.
All right, so Aunt Clara, she is mom, 92? Okay, 96.
Y'all clap it up for that. Amen.
Aunt Clara is 96. I spent a lot of time at my great aunt's house. The lady can collard greens. Oh my God, ridiculous. But she was one again who just loved and poured. She just retired. She just when? What year? Yeah, 96. Working.
At what job?
She was domestic. Yeah, a seamstress.
96.
96.
Yes, God.
So longevity in our family. So
I don't know if I want the Lord to do that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to work the 96, but I understand
but we can
to
get
be
the
able
money.
to work the 96.
Right.
There's a blessing.
Come on.
But I want to be.
Do that.
I don't want to work the
Don't do
96.
She did it.
Well, praise God. Keep on.
No, go. I was just saying, Aunt Clara, I just admire my great Aunt Clara. I got to keep saying that because it's a blessing to have still some living great aunts. But she loved on us, and she just didn't love on her own children, but she raised generations and generations and generations of children. And Clara is my mama's mama's sister.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And this is such a great segue into what my next question is for you. As an aunt, what is the legacy that you want to leave for your nieces? What is a legacy that you want to leave for those that have inspired you to be in this moment right now?
That the sky is limitless. I know often we hear the sky is the limit, but the sky goes on and on and on and on. It's limitless. I want them to see my legacy of my work ethic and how you grind to get what it is that you desire. I'm a firm believer of what the word says. Faith without works is dead.
Dead.
So oftentimes, what I notice is that we want things to be microwave. We want things to just happen. We want things to fall in our laps. And it doesn't work that way. We have to go through the process. We have to be processed as well. And as long as you sow the seeds, you put in the work, you will reap a harvest if you faint not. So what I want my nieces to know, the legacy is that you can do anything you want to do. I don't care if you are a female. There are no limits. You are fully capable as long as you do the work, keep God first, seek him, but all things are possible.
That is the key. Y'all put your hands together for that answer. I love that. God first in everything that we do. Speaking more specifically to the book, I know that you have a couple of passages that resonate to what it is that you really wanted to say to your nieces. So I want you to read those passages to the audience and then just elaborate on what those meant for you in that moment.
Nidra, you ready? So while she's doing, I'm gonna get up. Earlier, I did share with you all that I am very intentional about pretty much everything I do. And when I wrote TT's Girl, every page was written with intent. And so I'm going to share with you some of my favorite pages. I'm not going to give it all to you because you need to buy my book. But I'm going to give you some snippets so you can kind of understand the heart behind some of the pages and the artwork and the illustrations and the words. You are daring, courageous, and authentically you. And there is a picture when I was thinking about this particular illustration. It was Nani, or Naila, my first niece, who I had in mind. She is a force to be reckoned with. She is comfortable in her own skin. She's a natural girl. She is athletic. She's fearless. Not saying that she's not afraid of things, but she is a risk taker. And the young lady that's in the picture, when I was, trying to create that moment, Nani just popped out in my mind because she has endured so much, and yet she continues to go on at 13 years old. So Nani is pretty dope. Oh. Okay, guess who that is? Yes, ma'am. This is Skylar. I don't know what happened to the picture, but it's fine. So this is Skylar. Anybody, if you've seen Skylar just a few minutes ago trying to get on the stage and all that, she's probably going to be our greatest showman. I don't know. She is definitely a performer. She is always in the mirror. This is literally her posture, is with the mic in the mirror. And of course, we do our princess twirls and all the things, but that's 100% Skylar. Okay. This picture is a representation of a scenario of Naila. Some years ago, I want to say maybe 2017 or 2018, Nani was in a really, you can take it back to the other one, Nidra. Right here, yep. You are fearless, relentless, even through each tear. So Naila and her mom, they were in a really bad accident while she was heading to school. Nani had to learn how to walk all over again. I'm not going to get into all the details, but she's a force. She's fierce. She's so strong. And this is a representation of her parents walking her through this process, but also notice there's a little tear coming down. But what is she doing? She's still moving. She's still walking. She's still enduring. So this is a representation of Naila when she was younger and how she was able to do all things through Christ who strengthened her and through the love of our village. Whew, didn't think I was gonna make it through that one without crying. All right. You are a princess warrior whose boldness is a spear. This is all of them. I couldn't say, well, this is Nani, this is Skylar, this is Ari, this is Reva. It's all of them. Even Reva being as young as she is, she's already demonstrating how she is my princess warrior. She is amazing. This is Reva. So I share with you that I'm in my parents' home right now. So I have the privilege and the benefit of seeing my niece Reva every day. Devin, he drops her off about 6:30 in the morning. And I have the pleasure of seeing that sunshine every morning. She smiles the biggest smile every single morning, unless he just woke her up and then she shoots me a unit. But other than that, she's so bubbly. She's such a joy. She's such light. She's such peace. So that's Reva. Yes. This is Ari. Your loving waves are sprinkles of showers. Um, she was a little sweetie pie, a little snuggly, but she's grown on into her own little personality. But she's so loving. She's so sweet, and she has this silent strength that I just absolutely love about her. So her loving waves are sprinkles of spring showers. Is that it? Yeah.
Come on, y'all, clap it up for that. Thank you for sharing those snippets of the book.
You're welcome.
Now, you being the aunt, talking about leaving a legacy for your nieces. I know that family is important for you because you've been referencing your family all night. And we do realize that in order for anything to be accomplished on this magnitude or even in life, that you're going to need the support of your family. So let's talk about your family support. Let's talk about your mom. How much of an inspiration has your mom been for you throughout this whole process? I know, let me just say what I know, okay? Because she lived with them and I live next door to them, all right? They're my neighbors. And what I know is that when anything is going on with this church or with any of Miss Betty's children, Miss Betty is on it 110%, okay? You're going to get a text message. You're going to get the email. You're going to get tagged in the post. She coming to the door to get your support because I need you there. So I know your mom is a major inspiration, but I want to hear it from you, and I want you to let this audience know how much your mom has inspired you in this moment.
My mom has been a rock through this entire process. I don't know who was more excited about the book, her or me. Honestly, every day, Tia, what we doing? What we got to do? What's on the list? What do you need to do today? What? Just serving me. And I'm humbled, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, but just my mom serving me. It's like it should be the other way around. And she has been, like Michael said, she's been in it. So any kind of packaging that you see, I think there's like 200 books, yes, because we were given a demand. So there's 200 books over there. Any of those bags that you see, my mom did that. My mom placed everything. She stuffed the bags and everything you're going to experience on tonight. That's my mom. She's like a little silent ninja. She's all over the place, but just making sure that the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. Even marketing the event. Let me tell you something. That lady on the phone, calling people and texting people, even connecting me to Pastor Teasley so that I can come home. This is my home church. I don't know if I shared that. This is my home church, my childhood church, growing up. But I don't even have enough words to even honestly say how much she is, Pastor Teasley. She is amazing. How much she just shows up. She shows up. And she shows up without complaint.
That's
She
good.
shows up without complaint. And And that matters because when you're in the busyness of things and when you're trying to orchestrate and you know what the vision is, all you want people to do is carry out the vision.
Come
You
on.
don't want to have to keep explaining and all this kind of justifying, and I don't want to do that because I know what the vision is and I know what it is that I want to accomplish. So, and my mom has been masterful at doing that. And let me tell you, just like Mike said, she doesn't just do it for me. She doesn't. She'll do it for you, and she doesn't even know you. She will show up for you, and that is super, super amazing. I know that's nobody but God. She has a strength, and y'all look at her back there. Mom, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, girl,
Stand up, Miss Betty.
stand up.
Y'all clap it up for Miss Betty in the back. All right.
She's gonna get mad at me, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. That's 70 plus sitting back there.
Come
Come
on.
on,
Come on.
come
Black
on.
don't crack. It don't crack. And holiness keep you looking good. That's what it is.
But I gotta say, Mike, because you know my mom she's joined at the hip. She got a whole husband, right?
I'm getting the dad right
She's got
now.
a whole husband.
I'm getting the dad. Let
And
me
I
set
just
it up
wanted to
though.
be thankful that he even released her. Do you know he was like, you just keep taking my wife away from me.
That's what
But he allowed her
Let me
to
set it
fuel
up.
me.
Let me set it up about Mr. Bobby, okay?
Go ahead.
Mr. Bobby, like, again, now I'm their neighbor. Mr. Bobby is the quietest force on the street, okay? He don't get loud. You see Mr. Bobby, but he shows up every time when it matters. Shows up every time when it matters. And I'm going to tell you, that is a good man right there. You can call him whenever you need him. He going to give you whatever it is that he got. He going to give you his advice, unmerited or not. Yes, whether you want it or not, you're going to get it. But that's Mr. Bobby. And I love that about your dad. Your dad is a great support. And also what I love about your dad is that when we did our call, our planning call, he was so proud. You can even hear it in the way that he announced your name. He let us know what your middle name meant. And I can't remember it. He was so proud. He gave us the whole name. He said that middle name means whatever that was. A bright and shining star. And I'm going to tell you, that was a proud father. So talk about your dad and how he has inspired you in this moment.
I would say not even in just this moment. One of the things I admire about my dad was his heart for youth. My dad, he was a football coach for the greatest football team, the Pompano Chiefs. Come on, Pompano. The Pompano Chiefs. We're not doing that back there. Oh my gosh, my dad still has a record for the Pompano Chiefs, unscored on, and undefeated. See, got the jacket. Yes. So what I admire about my dad was truly his heart for the youth, and he went hard for them. So before we moved into the space that we're in now, we used to live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. My dad is so awesome that he would bring, and I was being sarcastic with awesome, the whole football team is at the house. Apartment. 2-1 apartment. Sprawled all over. My mom was ordering pizza, cooking, well, you can't make hot dogs, but boiling hot dogs and doing whatever. But I later began to understand that what he was doing is pouring into them. He was ministering to them. And I really I didn't appreciate those thinking boys coming into the house and sprawled all everywhere, but I did appreciate the fact that he showed up, and I'm talking 20 years plus of football coaching, not just a year or 2 years, because after a year or two people get tired and just quit. And I admire the longevity. I admire the endurance about my dad, and that he's a praying man.
Yes.
And that he's a praying man.
Always known him to be a praying man. Always known him to be in church. Now, let's talk about your siblings. Because you kind of fall in the middle of all of them. And then you're the only girl.
Yes.
So I know that has to be a major dynamic within your sibling relationship. Just talk about your siblings and just kind of how they've inspired you to be in this moment. I know they made you the auntie that you are now.
And I thank them. Thank you.
Well, let's talk more about how they've inspired you in this moment as well.
So I can talk about each one of my brothers. They are so special to me. My brother Demia, we call him Meaty. Some people call him Smeed. Some people call him Dade County. Yeah, I guess I'll just call him brother. My big brother, he is one of the most creative people I know. He has a fashion sense like none other. he is very handy. He's very hands on, and I feel like he can create pretty much anything. He can, in my eyes, my big brother can do anything. And honestly, I don't even think my big brother knows how truly phenomenal he is, by overcoming obstacles and all the things that life has to bring. Oh, and he's so handsome. He's handsome. He's handsome. He really is. But he's, well, first of all, can I just talk about our ages? My mother and my father, I don't know what they were thinking. My oldest brother, my baby brother, 17 years apart. Right.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Right. And then there's 11 years between
They
me
was
and the
watching
baby.
TV and praying and
They were laying hands.
laying hands in
They were laying
between. That's
hands.
what was going
Yes,
on.
they were. Yes, they
Yes.
were. But we were
They
also,
took God at His word. Amen.
yes, they did, literally. I love it. So one thing I always desire, because we were so spread out, is for there to be a closeness, for there to be a bond. My mom claims that she spread us out because she wanted each one of us to feel like the baby. Dad, is that true? He said no. Confirm. And I just wanted the closeness. And I will say, even though we were not close in age, my parents did a great job of facilitating us coming together as a family, being together as a family, showing up as a family. BJ. BJ is a walking, breathing, talking miracle. All those locks that you see on top of his head, all the locks that you see, the doctor said something different. When BJ was 5, BJ was diagnosed with leukemia. Everything the doctor said was a lie.
Come on. Y'all clap it up. Come on.
BJ, I said at 5, right? And the doctor said, and Mama, you can correct me if I'm wrong up here telling the story because I don't want to volunteer a lie, that they said my brother he would be like a vegetable. He wouldn't have all his faculties and all the things. He wouldn't have kids. He has 2.
Whew.
He is quite intelligent. BJ is like the missionary of the family. And you know, you can't look at somebody and think a certain way about somebody. BJ is legit the missionary. He's the one who's going to go check on everybody. You don't even know that BJ is going to check up on you. BJ will be everywhere, checking in, checking on, and texting, calling, whatever. He's so consistent and diligent in that. And he's going to send you some good word, too. He sends us our little morning nuggets, and I love it, and I'm so proud of him. I love the fight in him. I love that BJ is resolute in himself. And even when BJ was going through what he was going through when they received the diagnosis, it wasn't his diagnosis, it was the diagnosis, because there's a difference. BJ continued to say, by his stripes, I am healed. By his stripes, I am healed. And I'm like, I'm in there crying. BJ's like, why are you crying? But the faith that he had, and he still has it. And I admire that. Devin. Even though he messed up everybody's matriculation into certain levels, I was leaving.
It's always that last one. I
It's
know.
that one.
Yes.
BJ was going. You're right. It is their fault because they were. Yes.
Being taking God at His word.
At his word.
That's what they was doing.
BJ was transitioning into kindergarten. I was transitioning into middle school. My big brother Meaty, he was transitioning into. No, he was graduating from high school because I said 17 years, right? That's crazy. And so my mother missed all of those things. Why? Devin. And we're all still salty about that today because she missed our moments. But thank God there's always a ram in the bush. My daddy was there.
And then
wait.
oh.
I didn't finish talking about Devin. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm a squirrel, y'all, for real. Like my mind will go, shoot. Devin. Devin is loyal. Devin is reliable. Devin, I love the brilliance of his mind. He's awesome. And I will say this about all my brothers. They're awesome dads. They show up for their children. I got to shout that out because they say black men don't show up for their kids. They do. They're present.
That's great. That's great.
They're present.
They got a good leader.
Let
That's
me
why
tell
they got
you.
somebody to
You.
follow.
Um, when I got pregnant with Tayon, or really, well, one, Devin almost snitched, but when I got pregnant with Tayon, after I had Tayon, actually, I could lean on Devin so much. It was amazing. He was young. He gave up a lot of his time for me to go work a second job or do whatever it is that I needed to do to look out for that little curly haired boy over there who has made me a grandma.
Let's
Yes.
talk about Tayon. Let's talk about Tayon because I know
We'll
that
go on for years, but go ahead.
I know that you mentioned earlier again that your desire was to have a girl, and you was like, I want a girl, I want a girl, I want a girl. But I believe that God doesn't always give us what we want, but He gives us what we need, right? And although you desired a girl, I know that God has given you an amazing son. He's done some amazing stuff. Let's talk about your son, your baby. How has he inspired you into being this moment?
I thought you were gonna ask how did he get here? Like, come on, biology. Um, whew. Okay. So I think I can say this of most of them. I'm not gonna say all. We are mama bears when it comes to our children. It doesn't matter that he is getting ready to be 27. Still, but Tayon, man, he is a fighter. Silently, silently. Tayon is not a showman. He's not that. He's not a person who has to be the center of attention or the center of attraction. But what he has is this grit, um, to persevere, to push through. There were labels that were assigned to my son. We don't receive those labels. There were things that were spoken over Tayon's life. But I know what I decreed and declared over my child from the womb. When I was carrying Tayon, I know what it was that I had spoken and continue to speak into his life. When people gave up on Tayon, not mama. Mama wasn't doing that. Tayon, his senior year in high school, he decided to play football. He played 3 years of basketball, and then the fourth year, going into his senior year, he asked me would I allow him to play. Say, fine, but you know your grades are your ticket or your privileges to everything. Like you show up you show out if you want to. Those grades look raggedy. Guess what? You can, and I have Morris in the back who can attest. I will bench Tayon myself. I would say, yeah, you can suit up, but you're gonna sit right there and support your team from the bench. Coach is mad, but we can't teach our kids that it's okay to misbehave. It's okay to cut up, and then they're going to be rewarded. No, you're not going to be rewarded. You're going to have some consequences. You're going to have consequences. And so I didn't want to set Tayon up for failure. I wanted to make sure that I pour into him, but set good examples for him to let him know you got to have some standards and all the things. We're all going to make some poor decisions. But I tried to make sure that with Tayon, he had the information that he needed to make wise decisions, to make informed decisions. You can't say you did not know because I told you. I didn't sugarcoat anything. But what I admire about Tayon, one, that again, I told you there were labels that were assigned to Tayon. Tayon went to college full ride and finished.
Y'all clap it up for that.
I'm proud of that.
No debt.
Say that again.
No debt. No student loan.
No, I got it all. No student that he got a full ride, and I'm gonna take some time with this one because I want to encourage you all.
It's your baby. Go ahead.
I do want to encourage you, because Tayon is such a testimony, and again, he won't say nothing. He won't tell it, but I'm gonna tell it because I told God that He was going to get the glory out of every situation. So honoring God and glorifying God because Tayon, he graduated from college, and that is amazing. But there was a process getting there. Tayon wasn't receiving all the letters. He wasn't receiving all the offers and all of the things. He desired to go to a Division I college for football. Even though he played basketball, he was like, well, maybe I'll go to, what was that school, Tayon, far away? It was Mott, a junior college, Mott College. But we had a conversation like, Tayon, yeah, so we're not going to make any hasty decisions out of desperation. If football is what you want and this is what you're going to do, we'll put the resources behind you and we'll do our research and do whatever it is that we need to do to push you forward. But you got to put in the work and you got to want it. I can't want it more than you. And Tayon, so after doing some research, we found this school, Georgia Prep Sports Academy. He played for a semester because one thing we want to also ensure for those who may not be familiar with NCAA guidelines, we wanted to protect his years of playing eligibility. So wanted him to be able to play but not lose any playing years so he can have all of his years. And so we went there. Well, we did go there because my money went. We went there. Tayon, he performed very well. He became a leader on the team, all the things, and that's where University of Minnesota found him from. He didn't immediately go to a Division I college. There was a process before Tayon even got there, but he put in the work. He did the things he needed to do, and not saying he made every great decision. However, God is so good that University of Minnesota found him, Oregon found him, I believe UCF. I was praying that he would go to University of Minnesota because I said he needs to be away and see something different, experience something different. You can always come home. And so I was sharing all that to share with you all. Don't receive any negative thing that people speak over your children. You don't allow people to speak anything over your children. You don't allow people to just say anything to your children.
That's good.
I don't care if they are blood because you can
That's
get
good.
it. You have to let them know, no, this is not what the word says about my child. I know what this word says about my child. And you have to continue to declare that no matter what it looks like and believe it until you see the manifestation.
Y'all clap it up for that. Amen. And that's a testament to the type of mom that you are. I remember every post because every time you were just like your mama.
Yes.
You was posting more than Tayon was. I can remember that. Y'all clap it up for her lovely family on tonight. I really wanted you to share the support that you have in the room. Let me tell y'all something. They came here 10 o'clock yesterday morning, and they helped to get this place in order. These young men worked hard. Y'all clap it up one more time for her siblings and her son and her family members. Now, beyond family, I do know that it also, again, takes a village to cultivate the person that we see today. And one of those educators that poured into you the most is in the building tonight. And we're going to actually have her come up and to give you some words. It's her first grade teacher, Miss Washington. Would you please stand and come to the mic at this time, Miss Washington?
Good evening. Good evening. I am exceptionally, I am exceptionally proud of LaTia James. She was oh yeah, that's better. I'll start again. I said I am exceptionally proud of LaTia James. She accomplished many feats in first grade. She was an avid reader at an early age, basically before she came to first grade. But not only could she read, she could understand. She knew how to apply what was taught. She was a good writer. Her imagination was all over. A little bit like Scholar. Yes, a little bit like Scholar. She was very creative. She was courageous. She was grateful. And she was faith-filled, which was from the father and the mother at home. And she was confident, and she always went the extra mile on any project that was being presented. I mean, it had all the bells and jingles everywhere. You could tell an expert person who exhibits all of the qualifications of an excellent student. Her first position at teaching was at Larkdale Elementary School, and that was right after her graduation from FAMU. And I was there to see this happen. Her agreeable personality earned her many friends and colleagues on her journey to educating the children of Broward County. And as I said to her mother, some of the things that is in her book are some of the things that describe her. Not only her nieces, but these were traits that she possessed also. She is a woman of extraordinary knowledge, courage, and dignity in everything that she ventured. I consider her to be a dedicated teacher who is passionate about all of her children. She believed that the more children are valued, the better their values will be. She has fulfilled her educational requirements and now an author, a writer. Her book, T.T.'s Children, is incredible, beautifully written, told with love, insight, grace, and intelligence, a keen sense of imagination. And it goes to show that enthusiasm and success go together. And it is said, to teach is to be touched, is to touch a life forever. This we have for you. Love you.
Y'all clap it up for her first grade teacher, Miss
And it's
Washington.
also Tayon's god, one of Tayon's
Tayon's
godmothers.
godmother.
Yeah.
That's a blessing, because I don't know if my first grade teacher would speak that well about me. I was bad. She probably would have said he had ADHD. We had to pray for him every day, lay hands on him. At this time, we do have another special presenter that's in the room, somebody else that has impacted your life. And I believe her name is Miss Webster, and she is the principal from your school. Is she in the building tonight? Where is she? I want to make sure. Yep, come on, Miss Webster. Oh, she's not. You're telling us no. We can't see you. This light is on us. Okay, Miss Webster's not in the building. Will y'all clap it up for Miss Washington again? Yes. And at this time, we want to hear from her parents. She spoke so highly about them. So we're going to call, she's saying call Dad first. So we're going to call Mr. Bobby up to the mic. Y'all clap it up for Mr. Bobby at this time. You got 2 good minutes. Don't now listen, don't take no text. Don't call on the organist. 2 minutes. Here you go.
All right. I'm certainly honored and grateful to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, to see how God has manifested himself into his life. I can truly say, who can find a virtuous woman? I must say God allowed us to raise a virtuous woman, and those qualities have manifested to so many other young women in society today. We know it has been many journeys, many battles, many ups and downs, but you have prevailed because of your grace of God, because your love for God and your love for people. And I'd just like to say to you, as I say so many times, the best is yet to come. As long as you keep God first, everything gonna be all right. Amen. And just like to say, I honor to God today for my wife. This year we celebrated 48 years of marriage.
Y'all clap it up for Mr. Bobby. I was getting worried. He got into that second stance. Come on, Miss Betty. Let's clap it up for her mom at this time. Come on, TT's bad girl. Come on, Skylar. Skylar, you coming with Grandma? Come on.
I just want to say praise God for this moment, for this hour. God has been so good, and I just thank him for this young lady, my daughter, our daughter, LaTia. The moment she was born, we knew she was special. She was a bright and shining star, the only girl that we could.
Handle.
come up with. And the Lord knew what we needed. We were asking for another one, but He knew this one was just enough. As she said, I'm enough. And God has been so good through the years and through her many, I won't even say struggles, through her tests. There have been testimonies. And this is one of them. And we're so, I'm just so lost for words. Yeah. But God has been so good. I could tell you story after story after story. You know, the moment she was born, going to secondary school, elementary school, when she graduated from high school and became the young lady that she is today. And I know it wasn't just all our doing, but it was a village that helped us with her. And God has made it today a special day. And now she's an author of her very own book. And we know that there will be many more to come. And we thank all of you for coming out and supporting her and for pouring into her. And one day, you're all going to remember Skylar. Skylar, she's my only granddaughter or grandchild.
They probably should say Gigi's girl. Really.
But she's
Grandpa.
yes, and grandpa. So we just want to say thank you, and I can go on, and we thank God for those who are here and supporting her today. And especially, I want to give a shout out. Y'all just give Pastor Debbie Teasley a hand.
We're not there yet. We're not acknowledged yet.
Okay, all right. So, and she's going to be acknowledged later, even more. But we want to say thank you. I'm so grateful. God has blessed us, and we know that if you just put your trust in Him, He can do anything but fail. God bless you.
Y'all, she did so good. So let me tell you about my mom. This is on Sunday mornings, right? They used to do church announcements, right? Cece, she can attest, and some other people in here who were raised here. They would call her up for announcements. Betty Jean took that as an opportunity to have a little sermonette. See? Yes, you know how we say right now, oh, well, she understood the assignment? No. She is not a good church announcer. She is a great exhorter. She is wonderful at doing those things. She is wonderful at bringing the word, encouraging you, and praying for you. She'll pray for you like nobody's business. But a church announcer, do not invite her to your church to do church announcements.
I think that's both of your parents. They like to talk.
Oh, my God.
They like to talk.
My daddy likes to sing.
Oh, I know.
And not,
I done been here.
Can't not.
I've been right over there.
I can't.
I've been here.
Yeah.
Speaking about that, this is your foundation, your roots, and you were very intentional about making sure that when you release this book that you want to come back to where it all started for you, your foundation, and the pastor of this church, Pastor Debbie Teasley. Y'all put your hands together for her. Is an amazing woman of God, and she's getting ready to greet the crowd and the audience. You come on this side, Pastor. I want y'all to put your hands together as she gives us some words of inspiration and pours into LaTia.
Grace and peace be multiplied unto you. Would you make stadium? I know the lights are dim and we laid back. Could we make some proud stadium noise for an author and a writer and a publisher from our house? Yeah. Because I promise you, yes. There's so many things I want to say, but I just want, she laid the foundation with transparency. So I want to tell you that there'll never be another first. So I'm going to take my time to tell you, don't take your time. Okay, I'm going to make it clear. I'm going to take my time to tell you don't take your time. Because as sure as she is beautiful today, beat from head to toe, as sure as she is intentional and she has walked in a purpose, I don't want us to miss our moment. There a twofold assignment, and in my 2 minutes, I'm going to make it work. The twofold assignment is one, to celebrate, support, and push. This is a sister that deserves our seed. Yeah, I didn't say that loud enough for me. This is a sister that deserves our seed. But this is a sister that is pushing us in the back to say, you too. In as much as she called me, I got so excited. Let me tell you this. I was on my way home. The traffic was bad. So I said, I'll just take the streets. I was coming from Fort Lauderdale. The whole time she was telling me about the book, and I was saying, well, let's do this. Well, you have to know me. My mind just kicks in. Yeah, yeah. We ought to do this. When I realized where I was coming here to the church, I was in Boca. I had left from Fort Lauderdale, passed clear through Deerfield. That's how excited I was, and my excitement has accelerated because now her best becomes better. Yeah. So my end is that I am not just here to say, yes, you did it. No, I'm here to say, do it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm here to say on this stage represents both a Ruth and a Naomi experience in one. Yeah, no, I can't preach and I won't. However, there are enough of us here that have gotten our first opportunity to say, you did that. Now we pass the mic and we pass the baton to you and to me to go to that table and to buy her out. So I'm not just called to preach, I'm called to strategize. So you can, and if you've been in this long enough, you already know to buy her out just means to make sure that we put more than 2 or 3 books under our arm to walk out of here. Amen. So if we were investing in stock or the lottery, you pick which one. If we were investing today in either one of those, it wouldn't really multiply if it wasn't $100. Yeah, quiet now. But since this is my house and the mic and my moment, I'm going to tell you if we all would make sure we bought 3 or 4 books, we'll buy her out today. Get her signature. Don't tell me nothing later when she's famous and on Oprah that you're talking about, I wish I would have done it.
Come on, y'all put your hands together for Pastor Teasley. I knew the woman of God was going to preach. She can't help it. That's a preaching woman. That's a preaching woman. Let me tell y'all something. If you looking for a good church and some sound preaching, Bible Way Temple, which is where we at, y'all come here at Deerfield. What's the address? 877 South. I know it. Southwest 2nd Terrace. Pastor Teasley. Y'all clap one more time for her.
I see my 5th grade teacher. My first grade teacher is here, Miss Washington. Your former coworker is here. I see him in the building. Ran into him in the post office a few days ago. Told him about my book. Unless I'm seeing things, I believe that is Alfonso Taylor sitting back there, my 5th grade teacher. Is that you, sir? Where are you, sir? He's hiding. Stand up. Yes.
Y'all clap it up for Mr. Taylor. Thank you for being here, sir. We appreciate you.
One of the other reasons why I am a lover of education, between Ms. Washington and Mr. Taylor, who, let me just shout out Ramblewood Elementary School. Yes. They were amazing. Before testing, high stakes testing and all of that came into play, Ms. Washington, Mr. Taylor, they were already doing differentiated instruction before it became a thing. They already had active learning environments before it was a thing. They already knew how to create stations and facilitate things seamlessly and make learning fun. And they are some of the primary reasons why I am the type of teacher that I am. They saw us. They didn't expect anybody to be anything other than us. Now, the difference between Ms. Washington and Mr. Taylor was super competitive. And you weren't going to lose. He was going to win every single thing. And he was going to come hard. So I'm going to tell about Mr. Taylor. So I'm going to say maybe from like the first week of school, we have field day at the end of the school year. Did anybody ever experience field day?
Yes, I remember Phil.
You all couldn't come from Mr. Taylor's 5th grade class, let me tell you. He used to train us for field day. We were going to be the fastest. We had to wear ankle weights because he said we needed to strengthen our legs. I don't know if you'll go to jail for doing it now as a teacher because people are super sensitive now. However, Mr. Taylor, he showed us that he will do anything in order to succeed. He would not cheat because that was not cheating. He played to win, and he knew how to be strategic, but he made everyday learning fun, legit. Every Friday was Fun Friday. Miss Washington, the same thing. Now, I'm going to date myself. Film projectors. Do y'all remember those? Film strips?
I don't.
Tara, you remember film strips? Okay.
I don't.
Okay. All right, my sis Tara,
We had
remembers.
VHS when I came along.
Don't do that. We're the same age. Cut it out.
You a grandma.
But I look good. Thank you. Okay, but so on Fun Fridays, every Fun Friday, Ms. Washington class, she'll pull out that film strip projector, and we thought that was everything. We didn't have the DVDs and all that, and that big old TV. Well, no, big TV came Mr. Taylor, not you. You had the screen. But I said all that to say what you do as a teacher and how you pour into people, whether you're a teacher by trade or teacher by lifestyle. We have to be mindful what we speak over the children. Be mindful of what we speak into them because they will never forget it. There are some things that my teachers said to me, or even guidance counselors that have said to me, that were reckless. And I had to be strong enough to not believe what they say, but believe what the Lord said about me, because thank God for my parents and the word and how they built me up as an individual. But we have to just show love, and they did that like flawlessly. I don't know if it was easy, Ms. Washington. You made it seem easy. Mr. Taylor, I don't know if it was easy, but you made it seem easy, and I appreciate the examples that you all set for me, so that I can't feel your shoes because y'all did it for a long time. He's still teaching.
Let's give it up for the educators that are in the room.
Woo woo! I have a lot of them in the room.
There are a lot of your friends in here. Thank you for all of the lives that you guys change every day, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Tim,
What?
we have gotten to the end of our interview.
What?
Yes, we have.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. Will y'all clap it up one more time for this author, this writer, this light, this inspiration, LaTia James? We celebrate you, and we say your name loud. Y'all just say her name, LaTia. We love you so much, and congratulations on this wonderful accomplishment.
Thank you.
Now, it's my understanding that you're getting ready to take us out, right? That's the plan. Not only is she a writer and an author, but she's also a singer. So on tonight, glory be to God.
I can't stand him.
The woman of God is getting ready to sing with the accompaniment of Brother Benny. Y'all ready?
You ready?
All right.
You ready?
I'm just going to stand there. I'm going over here on the
You ready? And
on the side with
y'all
a
gonna help too. We haven't rehearsed
background or
together.
something. We ain't rehearsed nothing.
We did not. And you all know how in the church, like, y'all know what? Y'all just take all mistakes for love. That's what they say, and that's what I'm saying tonight. Take it all for love. Just a little bit of background. I was scrolling on TikTok one day, and this was just before my book, TT's Girl, was getting ready to be released. And just scrolling, I came upon this song, and I was like, oh my God. First of all, it tore me up. It was so simple, but it just ministered to me. And such a deep way. The words are so simple. He's not done with me yet. He's not done with me yet. There's so much more to my story. He's not done with me yet. I don't know if I'm going to get my words mixed up. That's all right. He's not done with me yet. He's not done with me yet. There's so much goodness and grace, much more than I deserve. Cause I'm on a long way. I messed up, but I'm gonna sing anyway. Where I am, there's so much more to this story, much more than I deserve. He's not done with me yet. He's not done with me yet. There's so much goodness and grace, much more than I deserve. Cause I've come a long way.
Yes.
I know who I am. There's so much more to Tears' story, much more than I deserve. He's not done with me yet. How many of y'all can say that? He's not done.
He's not done with me yet. He's not done with me yet.
Come on, y'all.
He's not done with me yet.
One more time.
He's not done with me yet.
Y'all got to believe that he's not done with you.
He's not done with me yet.
There's so much more to your story.
There's so much more to this story.
Much more than I deserve. He's not done with Tears yet. Nope. He's not done with me yet. There's so much more to this story, much more than I deserve, 'cause I know who I am. I can't stay here the same. There's so much more to my story, much more than I deserve. Not done with me yet. Come here, Nitra. Yeah, come on. He's not done with me yet. She's supposed to be up here singing. There's so much more to this story. You cute too. I deserve. He's not done with me yet. I love you.
He's not done with me yet.
There's so much more to this story. He's not done with me yet. He's not done with me yet. He's not done with me yet. There's so much more to my story. He's not done with me yet. He's not done with me yet. He's not done with me yet. Whew. There's so much more to this story. He's not done with me yet. All the things I've been through.
Yes, yes.
You weren't there when I went through. But he walked me through every situation. And I know that
He's not done with me yet. Hallelujah. Thank you for not being done with me. That means that my story's not over. My story's not over. My dash is still there. Hallelujah. And there is no date at the end, God. So my story is still being written. He's not done with you yet. Please remember that. He's not done with you yet. There's so much more to your story. He's not done with you yet. One more time. He's not done with you yet. Whatever you're going through today, remember. He's not done with you yet. Whatever's going on in your mind. Hallelujah. There's so much more to your story. He's not done with you yet.
Come on, will y'all put y'all hands together?
So much. This is one of my sisters from another mister. This is Anitra. I'm going to take this opportunity to, I have so many people to thank. I am wise enough to know not to call out people's name because somebody might be missed unintentionally, and I don't want any hurt feelings. I don't want no text messages. I don't want no attitudes and all the things, all of that. But I am so grateful. So grateful. Love is what love does, right? Love is action. Love shows up. Love shows up. And when I tell you that love has shown up for me in a major way through this process, I will tell you that the answers that I receive whenever I would ask somebody to be a part of the team or play a role on the team, it was, I got you, no worries. I got you, no worries. And they had me. And they still do. And they're not on payroll because he's not done with me yet. And I'm so overwhelmed with the yeses that I receive. Dr. Rubin, may I acknowledge you for a moment? Stand up, Dr. Rubin. Dr. Rubin is one of my coworkers. Just met this year. I was trying to figure out how in the world was I going to get these illustrations done. Morris, stand up. Like now. Morris, my brother from another mother, we have literally known each other our entire lives. He's older than me, so he's known me my whole life. Morris is another one who helped me figure out how to make the illustrations come alive. This cover, this artwork, Morris. Several pages in TT's Girl, Morris. Dr. Rubin was facilitating professional development at our school. We just met. She doesn't know anything about me other than I show up, I'm laughing, I'm smiling, and that kind of thing. But she facilitated a professional development on AI. And I was so intrigued by the PD because I was seeking God for how to get these illustrations done. And I recognized that she was an answer to my prayer. And she didn't think it robbery to pour into me. As soon as the PD was over, I was like, Dr. Rubin, I need you. True? Dr. Rubin, I need you. Can I sit with you? She's like, whatever you need, I got you. She was so excited about the book. She's already purchased the book. I know she's going to buy like 99 more. But she's so excited. And I'm just sharing this because the room is filled with people who have said, yes, you RSVPing, you showing up is yes. I have quite a few. I see my Cypress Run family. Where are you? Stand up. Stand up. I want to see you. I see you. I see you. Oh, thank you. Monica. Who's that? Mr. Robertson back there. Mr. Nolan. That's what partner. Benny, why you not standing up? Benny's a part of RCSP. No, oh, lies, RCSP. CREC, Cypress Run. And then I have some plantation family here. I got classmates in here. I have mothers who have mothered me in so many ways. And I'm beyond grateful. I don't know how many ways to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all, my team, stand up, please. Please. Y'all don't know who y'all are? Where's my team? Where's my team? If you got on the black shirt that has TT girl on the front, you on the team? Is that Miss Webster? Hey, girl, hey. Come here. Come. Don't even get comfortable. Come. We're family. So this is Kendra Webster, principal of Renaissance Charter School at Cypress Run. We fell in love with each other. Come on. I'm going to brag on her a little bit. She was, and so this is how, you still love me? I do. Is that Kendall back there? Hey, girl. Okay, hey, Zoe. She has 5 books for me to sign, and I'm going to sign them. So Pastor Teasley was hosting Wow. April 15th. It was the day before my birthday. April 15th. Kendra was on the Wow. Didn't know. Pastor Teasley was very intentional about pushing the book, and giving me space to talk about the book during this time. I did. And then Kendra started inboxing me. I don't know if we were supposed to be doing that, but she started inboxing me and saying, hey, I got to get your book in my school. Got to get your book in my school. Wait, here, you tell it. That's your story.
Honestly, first of all, Pastor Teasley, just thank you for that event. Let me say that. My aunt, Darlene Gilbert, actually invited me to that event. So thank you. I didn't even know that you were connected to LaTia at all. But I happened to see that on the screen, and I was fascinated by the artwork, the beauty of the characters. And I said, oh my God, Lord, I said, my students need to see themselves in books like that. So that's what attracted me. I didn't even know it was LaTia until I think you started to speak, because I saw this beautiful picture on the screen. I said, oh, my kids need that. Then I realized it was LaTia, and I'm inboxing her, and she's like, Kendra, like exclamation marks everywhere. And I'm just amazed at what God did for LaTia. And y'all give it up. Yes. I tell you, what really drew me to LaTia is she realized that who my brother was. And LaTia was like, wait a minute, did you just say Willie Spence was your brother? I said, yes, Willie Spence I'm his eldest sister. Like I'm the big sister. She's like, no, I've got to meet him. So he came to sing at one of our events, our Principal Institute. And so she's like, no, I got to take a picture with him. But if you see, I still have pictures of you and him. That embrace that you gave him that day, it did something for me. And I'm sure it did something for him. But I thank you for honoring him that day. And this is the least that I can do, especially for what I know God has in store for your life. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a part of that? Who wouldn't want other children to be a part of that? That is what our children need to see, that you know what? You have a story, and your story can be written. This is what's lost. Like there's lots of other dreams. You told me that this was something you dreamed. And our kids need to see that. I am hoping that you even start to do some writers' workshops. Can you see yourself doing that? I can see yourself I can see you doing that. Some writers' workshops for our children. Imagine the stories you're going to bring out of those children. imagine the hope you're going to give them when they see that I can do this too. I am excited. I wanted to be a part of this, and I thank you. As a matter of fact, LaTia is going to be at our kindergarten roundup next week. May 23rd, she will be featured at Renaissance Charter School at Cypress Kindergarten Roundup. And I forgot to tell you, it's not just the kindergarten students that's going to be there. We're actually using that for our Step Up ceremony for those students who are moving to the next grade level. So it'll be kindergartners, it'll be first graders, second graders, third. All of our families are invited, and they're going to get to see you. And I thank you. Y'all give it up for LaTia. I'm going to get you for putting me on the spot.
A plug for a plug, right? So she's a principal, Renaissance Charter School at Cypress in Palm Beach. In Palm Beach, she is a fearless leader. She is absolutely amazing. As a matter of fact, two of my childhood friends who we were raised up in this very church work with her. Chester Townsend. Chester is your dean. He's Oh, and then just to talk about the type of leader that she is, Chester is also a pastor. Guess where his church is? In the school.
So, yes, he's there.
So just divine. We know that nothing happens by accident. Nothing is coincidental at all. We know that our connection is divine. You know Thelmita? Oh yeah. Yes. So I was going to say, if you have a rising kindergartner and you're looking for a home school for your rising kindergartner, you're in the Palm Beach area, I think it's off of Okeechobee, get at Miss Webster. It's an amazing school. The way that we met, I used to support her school. Before I became an assistant principal, she was absolutely amazing, and she still is. So bring your child to her school. She will love on them, and I already know the spirit is already there, so they'll be good. Yes, I love you. What we doing? Nidra, do you have the partner slide?
Oh, the vendor slides.
Yeah. Listen, it takes a village, right? So we have a lot of people who were responsible for helping this night, TT's Girl book signing and celebration, come alive. First is Pastor Teasley from Bible Way Ministries, Pastor Teasley.
Let's clap it up for Pastor Teasley.
Listen, what pastor do you know will allow you to come into their church and gut it out?
And move their pulpit.
Yes, there was a podium here.
With the eagles on the side.
All across here.
That thing was heavy.
Filled with chairs over here, filled with chairs. And I said, I don't only want this, I also want the fellowship hall. I want to gut that out too because I have a vision. She gave me, when I say free reign, free reign. Free reign to do whatever it is I needed to do to bring forth the vision. And I got to thank Bo Michael Events because he was the one who helped elevate the vision and bring it to fruition. Let me see, I think I was nine when we moved next door to his auntie Nancy. We've known each other for, well, I'm only 21 through.
And I'm 17, so I've been knowing her for about 17 years.
There we go. Yeah. There we go. Our fingers are crossed. But we've known each other a long time, and just to see even how Michael has evolved is amazing. This is a bad boy. If you all want, you have an event. He is amazing at connecting people and just seeing the things. We came here, we met, we sat right here. Me, him, Nidra. Sat right here, and I started sharing with him what I saw, and then he started started telling me what he saw, and it was absolutely amazing. Then our next meeting was on the rooftop.
Yes, it was.
On the rooftop where we just fleshed things out, and he gave his time, and it's just amazing to have somebody who really understands the vision but carries it out. Amazing.
She's a friend, y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all celebrate my friend. Clap it up for her.
And he didn't do it for free. You got to pay him. But he, again, things done. You want things done in the spirit of excellence. Check out Bo Michael events. Then we have Essence of Hue. You'll experience that in a few moments when you go visit the marketing and sales table or marketing sales area. There are some candles, some TT's girl candles that she created for me. I asked her.
I'm gonna get one so they can see.
Yes, get the big one. And the diffuser. So I reached out to my friend Toya, who her trade, which I just believe that God's just gonna just bless her so much. She's my classmate at Ely High School. Come on. So I reached out to her and said, hey, will you create a TT's Girl inspired candle for me? These are the colors that I want. These are the smells that I want. And when I tell you, my friend Toya just took things to the next level. So my friend Toya, she's in Tallahassee, but she delivers. We have a few of these tonight. Buy them. They smell amazing. They're natural, soy-based, so it's not going to harm you. It's environment friendly. So this is TT's Girl. You pop the top. And all the yumminess inside, the blues, the pinks, so it's kind of purple. And she says when it burns down, you'll see like hues of purple as well. It smells amazing. I also pushed her a little bit. I was like, hey, so do you think you can maybe create a diffuser with the TT's Girl scent? So we have the diffuser as well. Smells good too. Also for sale. And lastly, the tumbler, you might have seen me sipping from my tumbler, but here's also a TT's Girl tumbler. You got to get one. We have a few that are available. Just visit our beautiful ladies at the marketing table. Yes, you all are gorgeous. You know this. Visit them. Let's see, who else do we have? Oh, put it back up, Nidra, please. Certified graphics. This is so Nika, I want you to just stand for Curvani. Any of the marketing things that you see here, the table covers, the 8x8, or the step and repeat. What else? There's so many things that he's created for me. Oh, the shirts that the team wearing, all created. Thank you, Sonia. You want a model? Model. Come, let's go. Curvani, which is actually my cousin Kanika. That's my cousin, y'all. Say hey. It's my cousin. Her nephew actually created that. He's amazing, again, just to see where he's gone from printing like flyer cards to just having a whole shop and just doing things in the spirit of excellence, and allowing me really understanding the crazy in my head and not getting frustrated with me and the things that are in my head and the things that I wanted to create, and he did a masterful job. So if you ever need any marketing items, please, there's no limits with Certified Graphics. And I do want to plug Pastor Teasley. What's the name of your printing company? Dreams Teas. So we're not going to be selfish in this season. There's room at the table for everybody, right? Everybody can eat, right? So we got Pastor Teasley with Debbie Teas. Delightful drinks. Nidra juices. Because we've been going the way that we've been going, not really sleeping and doing the things, and she's been a rider. I can text Nidra 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, doesn't matter. Tell her about the crazy that's in my head, the vision that's in my head, and she responds. And I realized, because Nidra, she does so much. And once I realized, like, oh my God, it's not like, I told her she's my executive assistant. she's quit on me several times. But I was like, girl, you're not even on payroll. You can't quit yet. But the things that she does, that one of the things I tried to, I say, hey, Nidra, won't you just let me do this? Let me just take this from you. I know you're doing so much. And it touched me. Her response was, no, you gave me this assignment, and I'm going to fulfill my assignment. And that means so much. And that's really been the posture of my team. Benny, we met on the job. And by us having conversations, figured out we knew mutual people through this church. And from the beginning, he's been excited. And he said, whatever you need, I got you. And he's done just that. And anything I've asked for, he has delivered. And I am so appreciative, which is, where is he up here? Benny Blaze Productions. He is a producer as well. And he works, like I said, at the school where I am. 360 in Motion is Witherspoon. Is he here? He's in the back. Let him come show his face. Oh, hey, I couldn't see. I'm sorry. So, Mr. Witherspoon, he's responsible for the 360 that you guys got to go in the back. You got to go get your pictures and all of that. Go see him as well if you need that kind of service. He's available. Did I see Delvin? Was Delvin? He's in the back. Mr. King. So Delvin is the principal, founder of Youth Under Construction. I call on Delvin for a lot of things. Delvin never tells me no. When I was working at one of the schools, I was like, Delvin, we're going on a field trip. I need a bus. He made it happen. And wouldn't charge me anything. And honestly, that's been the posture. Of many of the people who serve me today. And I'm humbled because I think about the seeds sown and how I've served and done the things, and just to have people with a willing heart to serve me is just, it's a lot. It is overwhelming. I'm just so grateful for the yes. Jarvon Gunda photography, but he's not just a photographer. He also does videography, which he's right here. Wave your hand, Jarvon. Did any of the things play? What did they see? Did they see any of the video? Did they see the promo? Okay, no problem. All right, if you go on my Facebook page, I posted a promo video. Jarvon, he was responsible for producing that video, and it is absolutely amazing. So check my page out. He does great work. Some of the pictures I posted, they're absolutely amazing. So get at him as well. Morris is also, come on, stand up, bro, because this is important to me. People thought I was crazy about inviting another author as a vendor to come. But I know what I felt led to do, and I know I trust God. What God has for me is for me, and what God has for Morris is for Morris. Morris has created some beautiful books that focuses on social emotional learning. The artwork is awe-inspiring. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. The words, as Kendra said, we want to see our babies. We want to see diversity. We want to see ourselves in the pages. And not only do we want to see ourselves in the pages, but we also want meaningful content on those pages that they're reading to affirm them and to cancel out some of the lies that are being told to them. So I want you all, once you go around here, go visit Morris in the back. Please go check his work out. If you are in the system any kind of way, or you are involved with children, check it out. Social emotional learning is a huge push right now. But it could be your own child. I need social emotional learning. We all need help. We all need something that's going to inspire us. So check Morris out. And again, Morris was definitely the springboard. Morris and I sat together. We met at the library, Northwest Branch Library, before we went to Awake, just so that he can pour into me. He drove down from Tampa to be here to see my lunch. And I'm just grateful. Bro, thank you. Porter Media House. Gus. Y'all know I can't see. Where's Gus? Oh, Gus. Just met Gus. Gus is a friend of a friend. And when he heard about the book, he got excited about the book. let me stop saying the book. He got excited about TT's girl. He got excited about TT's girl and said he wanted to sew some kind of way. And he decided that he would come and lend his photography skills and gifts to come on down and again ask me for nothing other than to be a blessing to me. This one I made up, but I spoke this into my mama's life because he's not done with her yet either. My mom, through this process, she has been a consultant. She has been an advertiser. She has been marketing. So up here, I already branded her. It is Betty J's Consulting and Advertising. That's my mama. Yeah. She is so skilled. Now, one of the things you left out, Ms. Washington, when you were sharing, when I first started teaching, and almost every year after that, they were the ones who came and got my room together. They came and put my classroom and set it up and all these things. This should go here, this should go there, and all of the things. So my mom, honestly, she is an educator at heart. And I know that God still has so many amazing things. That's why she looks so good, y'all. Because I truly, truly believe that he is preserving her to do some special, special work. The story still has yet to be told. Bobby's plastering. That's my daddy, y'all. Bobby's plastering. My dad was so excited. It was funny because I thought my dad was like, I ain't got time for that. He's one of the production engineers on the team. And by production engineer for my dad, he's going to go tell people what to do. He's going to delegate. He's going to delegate. He's not going to do any heavy lifting, but he's going to tell you to go get this, go get that. I don't know if you all saw U-Haul around there. That's what's housing all the church chairs right now. That was his idea when he saw, oh, that's a lot of work. I'm going to go get this U-Haul. And he financed it. So clap it up for Bobby's Plastering. Yard Cart Divas. Yard Cart Divas is responsible for the yard cart display that you see, which is my classmate, LaQuesta Derico. Shout out to her. She always shows up for me. Never tells me no. And of course she shows up because she's from Ely High School class of 95. I mean, of course she's going to show up. And also not on the board, but Rhonda. What's Rhonda's, the florals? Oh, she told me last night. Thank you. Perfect Occasions. My classmate again, class of 95, Ely High School. I was shocked, and it's just funny how just God connects and sets you up. So we were in here last night, Michael doing his thing, and we're doing what we do to need to prepare. And in walks my classmate, Rhonda, and it's just amazing because I know the quality of her work. She's amazing. She doesn't just do like homegoing flowers and that kind of thing. What do you call easels, those sprays? And no, she has a vast skill set when it comes to creating and designing floral arrangements, and she does so much more than that. So Perfect Occasion, she is on Facebook. I think I'm looking around the room. I think we're all seasoned. Most of us are on Facebook. I know they pick at us and say that's for old people. Okay, that's fine. I'll be old. And then y'all, shout out to the marketing team over there. Clap it up for the marketing team. Y'all gonna give them your money in a minute. Benny, thank you. What happened?
They're saying wrap it up. Y'all clap it up one time for LaTia James. Come on, will you stand on your feet and let's show our honorees some love and some honor on tonight. Clap it up one more time for our new author and writer, LaTia James, TT's girl. Yes, it's manifestation time. Now, I want everybody, if you have not purchased your book, we're getting ready to open up the lines over here with our marketing team. If you have not purchased your book, you can enter the lines on my right side, your left side. The marketing team will be able to help you. Also, all of the merch is there as well. So if you want to get candles, tumblers, you can purchase those from over there as well. If you already have your book, my left, your right, Tia is going to be over here to sign your book and to greet all of you. And then immediately after that, you can just join us in the fellowship hall, the reception space. We have some light hors d'oeuvres for you guys. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. Let's make her proud. Let's make her proud tonight. As Pastor Teasley said, make sure that you buy her out. Pastor, you want to have something to say?
If you are here before you go, make sure you have your phone. Someone dropped the phone and I have it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you get your book. If you already have your book, she's going to be greeting you and to sign your book.